from Leaner, Stronger, Sooner, and Scott and I just arrived at Constitino's Brookside Market. We're going to go inside in a second to take you on a grocery tour that will blow your mind and change the way you think about strategizing your personal workouts and your personal training table at the grocery store. We'll see you inside. Hi, this is Tina from Leaner, Stronger, Sooner, and we're out in front of the beautiful Constitino's Brookside Market. We're about ready to go in, but before we get started, I just want to remind you, before you ever go to the store, 3 important things. Number 1, eat. Eat before you come shopping, because you don't want to go into a grocery store, as delectable and delicious as they are, without eating first, so you don't want to go hungry. Number 2, check the pantry, see what you have in the pantry already. You don't want to duplicate things, don't waste your time that way. Number 3, and most important, have a plan. Know what you're going to cook, have some recipes, make sure that you've got a shopping list, and have a plan. Just don't try to wing it. So we've got all those things in line for us. I can't wait to show you the inside of this beautiful store. Let's go. The first rule of thumb when going to the grocery store is to shop the perimeter first. The perimeter of the store has most of the nice, whole, fresh foods that you want. We're standing here today in front of Constitino's fresh produce aisle, and you can see all the color. Not only are you going to get low fat, high nutritious, high in phytonutrients, but you're going to get food that's whole, that feeds your body, that's alive. Don't skimp on the 5 a day. 5 fruits and vegetables every day. Here we are standing in front of one of my favorite places. This is where you can grab whole foods, nutritious, in convenient style portions. So we got the fresh berries. Berries are a great source of high fiber, high nutrition, vegetables ready to go for you. There's no excuse to say, I don't have time to prepare vegetables, I don't have time to eat healthy. It's all right here. And come on over here, follow me over here as well. Over here we've got dairy, and unless you're lactose intolerant, there's no reason at all not to indulge in some really, really good cheese. Remember, it's not a main course, it's a condiment. But this is high in protein, a little higher in fat, but there's nothing wrong with a little good fat. And up here we've got one of my favorite things, it's Greek yogurt. If you read the label, labels are very important. We've got 19 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbohydrate, sugar, and 120 calories. You put that on the berries over there, you've got a delicious dessert. Dairy is good. Eat dairy. Okay, the next rule of thumb is don't skip on protein. The average woman requires about 46 grams of protein a day, or about 20% of our total calories. Protein helps us keep our lean muscle, which is in charge of our metabolism. So we're in front of the Constitino's meat counter. This is Paul. Hi, Paul. The butchers here are very, very, very friendly, and also the meat is all natural. There's no added antibiotics, preservatives, or hormones. So there's no reason not to ask for their help in getting the leanest, highest protein to feed your body. We're standing here with Paul, and he's going to tell us about the fish they have at Constitino's and why it's good for us. So here you go, Paul.
Hello. Basically, most of my fish we fresh cut, so it's the freshest in town. Nobody fresh cuts any of their salmon. It's all brought in, already cut, along with my halibut, swordfish, tuna. We have some fatty fishes actually is good for you. Some of the omega-3s in there will help reduce your cholesterol and help with your blood if you have any heart problems. So definitely eat more fish.
Eat more fish. Thank you.
How was that?
We're standing in front of the refrigerator case, and as Chef Paul just pointed out, there's all kinds of fats. Good fats and bad fats. Monounsaturated fats, omega-3 oils, really good for you. Can help your cholesterol and your heart. And now we're standing in front of what some people have long associated as a risk. But if you look at all of the different kinds of fats here, the good news is butter, high flavor, high density butter is much better for you than maybe another choice of, say, a trans fat, fake margarine. So the good news is eat butter, just respect butter. It's still high in calories and high in fat. Right behind me is the eggs, the incredible edible egg, great source of protein. And again, if you don't have a cholesterol issue, eat eggs. If you can't eat the yolk because it's too high in cholesterol, egg whites are a great source of protein, and I recommend eggs. Eat them. Over to the frozen foods. We realize everybody's busy, and sometimes, even with our best intentions, if we buy fresh produce, it doesn't get eaten in time. That happens to me too. I love the frozen food case because guess what? I've got my raspberries, strawberries here. These are great to put on our smoothies. We've got protein powders that we can put in our smoothies. Great high fiber, high nutrition berries. And also, if you're gluten intolerant and you can't do regular wheat grain, they've got Udi's, which is a great product here. Whole grain bread, but also gluten-free breads here. A lot of great stuff in the freezer department. Don't skip it. Okay, here we are a little bit more inside the store. Remember, the fresher whole foods can usually be found on the perimeter, but there's really good stuff on the inside aisles as well. You just need to be more selective. I know carbohydrates have gotten a big bad rap in the last few years, but we totally believe in the energy and the power of carbohydrates. You've got to have them. One of my favorite things to eat is oatmeal in the morning. I love whole grains, fortifying grains, and there's really good muesli here, high grain, whole food oatmeal. Totally recommend it. Remember, a big key to any whole grain is if anything in the processed food aisle has more than 5 ingredients or a third grader couldn't pronounce the ingredients, you can do better. Keep shopping. Here we are in one of my favorite aisles, the bread aisle. I used to avoid bread because I was on all those high protein, low carbohydrate diets, and I'll tell you what, since I've changed the way I've eaten, I've lost weight, I have more energy, I think my skin looks better, I sure feel a lot better, and guess what? I get to eat bread. That's really, really great. You gotta, again, be a little selective here of what we're gonna be choosing to eat. When you look for high fiber, low ingredients, less than 5 ingredients. Bread is not a lot of things, and certainly not a lot of things you can't pronounce. Go for high fiber, low fat, low ingredient bread. You'll love it. Now I bet you always thought the bakery part of the store had to be off limits. Well, here's some more good news. I like to eat sweets, and it's real life to want to indulge once in a while. And I bet you didn't know that if you come to the bakery at Constitino's, you're going to find whole foods, wholesome ingredients. Now, of course, they might have a little bit more sugar and fat that you want to do all the time, but I would rather spend the calories and fat that I might get in something like a protein bar and have a Raisin Bran muffin or even a scone. So don't stay away from the bakery. Just use the education that you're learning about good quality food. Nothing's off limits. It's always moderation. Thanks. So thanks for taking this tour with us. I just want to do a recap before we head out of here. Number 1, come to Constitino's to shop because look at it, it's a beautiful store. Number 2, shop the perimeter of the store first because that's where you're going to find the healthiest, lowest fat, freshest ingredients for your recipes and for your healthy diet. Number 4, you want to not avoid dairy, but do be educated about the type of fat you're eating and the quality of the food that you're eating. And number 5, very important, take time to make a plan, read the labels. Anything more than 5 ingredients or with ingredients that a third grader couldn't pronounce, keep shopping. You've got more options, more convenience than ever. There's no excuse not to eat healthy, and we're here to help you. Thanks for joining us on our Leaner, Stronger, Sooner grocery tour. Have a great day.